Hey guys, it's Bianca and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I have decided to do a comparison to see if primers really do work, because sometimes I find that primers are honestly just made for you to buy them and sometimes they don't actually necessarily affect the product that you are wearing on your face. So I have put up the test on primers today. So I've done half of my face with primer and half of my face without, and we will see how they last, how they look at the end of the day. So if you want to see how I created this look and how these products wear out throughout the day, carry on watching. Okay, so the first product that I'm going to start off with, obviously I don't have any eyebrow primers. Do those even exist? I'm not sure. But I am going to use my NYX eyeshadow base. Now I've only ever used this once and I didn't know how to use it until I knew how to use it, and now this is going to be like my second time using this because like now I know kind of thing. And also, yeah, again, I'm in my PJs. I couldn't be bothered to put on a shirt for this video, but we're gonna go with it. Okay, so on one half of my face I'm going to use absolutely no primers whatsoever. I'm just going to apply product on this half of my face and primers on this half of my face to see if there's an actual difference and how long the makeup actually lasts. Because, you know, sometimes primers can just be like a marketing strategy for you to just buy them. Meanwhile, they don't actually have any kind of benefit or longevity to your makeup. So this is what we're going to be testing out today. So this is what the color looks like on the finger. Oh, and I got some in my lashes. Great start. So I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelid. Just making sure to blend it in nicely. Okay, so like the whole point of this whole primer thing is so that you don't set it down and you leave it kind of tacky, so it just like kind of grips onto the pigment that you're applying on your eye. So I'm going to grab an eyeshadow brush. And I think I'm going to take this shade over here from the Colourpop palette, and I'm just going to apply that in my crease just to start off. And I'm just going to pat it on first. So essentially what this is doing is, so instead of setting down your base, you would use the eyeshadows as a setting down kind of thing. So usually what I would do is I would put down a concealer and then set it down with like a banana powder or a face powder, but instead we're using the powder formula from the eyeshadow to actually set it, which in theory sounds pretty good. And this is a, like, it's not a very pigmented shade on like over concealer, but when you have this white base you can kind of see the color showing through, which I think is really nice. So I don't know if you guys can see that on the white base, it actually looks really nice. But what we are testing today is to see if the eyeshadows perform any different, if they last any different, and yeah, that's basically what we're doing today. But so far this is looking awesome. Okay, then the next shade I'm going to go in for is this Twinkled shade from the Dream Street palette. I just used this palette today because I haven't used some of the other colors, so I just thought I would use them anyway. And again, I'm still patting. I'm not using that circular kind of blending action I usually use. But then I will take a fluffy brush with some of that first shade we put on and just blend out these edges over here. Okay, and then for the other eye I'm going to just take my Catrice concealer for this, blender, and blend it in. Take my Aloe Girl banana powder and set the concealer, so I'm not going to leave the concealer tacky. I'm going to just set it, because this is how I would normally do it. Alrighty, and then I'm going to go in with this same color again. So yeah, I'm not getting any form of pigments from this because it's literally the same color as my eyelid. So with colors like that, I would definitely recommend using like a white base, because that would obviously be way more beneficial. So yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get like any kind of pigment from that like the other eye, but I'm just then going to go ahead with that taupey brown shade Twinkle and apply it in the same area. Like the shadows blend out beautifully either way. Like that's not what we're testing. Well, kind of, but that's not the whole point of the video. It's to see how they look. Well, I suppose they kind of do matter how it blends, but I want to see how long like it lasts and stuff as well. Okay, I'm getting somewhere with this brown taupey shade. Because there aren't like any instructions on that little NYX white basic, like there are none. So when I first got it, I was like, what the hell is this? I think that's as much as I'm going to get from those two. So then I'm going to go ahead and move on to a rusty kind of color. I'm going to dip into this one over here. This is called Water Bearer. I'm just going to take the same brush that we used for the right eye, and I'm just going to pop this in my crease. And then blend it out. Oh, the eyeshadow is looking like really good, so I'm happy about that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put that shade on the other eye. Okay, so that's what the two eyes are looking like. I do definitely prefer this eye. I just feel like it's a lot more diffused like into one another with the whole like packing motion kind of thing. Like this eye looks alright, but I do definitely prefer this eye. Okay, then we can go ahead and apply a deeper shade to the outer corner like this one, And just going to take some on the edge and just again pack and swipe. And then blend. For the other eye. Okay, then we can go ahead and add some shimmer. Where's my setting spray? Oh, it's in here. Okay, so I don't have like a primer for setting spray, so I don't know how different it is going to look on the eye. But I'm kind of torn which color I want to use because there's so many pretty shimmers in here. Let's go for this coppery one since we're going for some copper vibes today. That's the shade Stardust. So I'm just going to take a flat defining brush like I always do. Oh no, wait, I'm going to use this one. Like that. I'm going to put some on my brush. And then apply. Oh, that's so pretty. Now for the other eye. I literally just stabbed myself in the eye. Oh. On to face primer. So the face primer that I want to kind of test out is the Kiki Makeup Ready face primer. Well, this is my mom's, but I've heard so much about this. So I'm going to apply this to the right hand side. Oh shit. I'm going to apply this to the right hand side of my face and leave the left hand side bare, because we don't need, we're not putting primer on that side. So let's just do a close-up. It makes my skin feel nice, but I don't know about pores, but we'll see when we apply foundation. So I'm just going to let that quickly dry. So far, like, you can't like really tell like with the eyes, like you really have to like look, but I still do prefer this one up close just because of how it looks. Okay, so this is now dry. I'm going to take some of my Catrice mixed in with my Wet n Wild because I'm pale and this oxidizes like a mother. Okay, just going to buff in with the sponge. This is a sponge from Clicks, by the way. I really like it. It's only 60 rand, which is good for a sponge. Okay, so let's have a squiz. They both look pretty decent. I wouldn't say a major difference, but yeah, it's alright. Like, there's not much, not like a huge amount of difference. But anyway, let's move on to concealer. I don't even know if there's a thing called concealer primers. I'm not sure, but if there is, let me know. I'm just going to buff that in with the same foundation brush. Then I'm just going to bake using my Hello Girl primer. My mind is so on primers. Bake. And then while we bake, we can finish off the eyes. I have a lash primer from Essence that I need to try out. This is the Volume Booster Lash Primer Super Volume with Super Fruits. I think I paid just under 60 rand. So it is a white mascara. This is what the wand looks like. It's quite a nice wand. It's nice and stiff. But the real question is to see if it adds some volume to these bad boys. So I'm just going to apply this on my right hand side. It looks very, very strange. Alrighty, so while that dries, I'm just going to apply some mascara on my left hand side using my Maybelline Total Temptation. Ooh, my eye's burning. Okay, so that's what the Maybelline Temptation looks like. While we wait for the white to bloody dry, let's move on to bronzer. Taking my Hoola bronzer from Benefit. And let's just do blush while we're here. I'm taking my Essence blush. This is just a random one in those little must-have mini things. Holy shit. Oh, guys. This might actually work. OMG. Oh my god. Essence ain't fucking playing. Oh my goodness me. Let me just separate one lash that got clumpy. You guys, I'm absolutely shook. Look at the volume difference. Look at it. This is the same mascara but on a different lash with a different primer. Oh my god, why have I not used this every day? Why have I been sleeping on Essence? That is madness. Let me just wipe that excess big. The lift and the volume difference, like that is some actual drugs. Anyway, let us move on to highlight. I'm going to take my highlight from Colourpop. This is their Luster Dust and Au Revoir. I haven't used this in so long, but I thought, let's use it today. Guys, I can't get over this mascara. Like, even my bottom lashes are like crazy long. This is some good shit. Okay, I'm just taking that rusty orange shade that we used on the eyes. I'm just gonna sweep this. I probably should have done this first, but I totally forgot because my eyelashes are so big. Like, how does that even happen? That's absolute madness. Alrighty. The next thing that I have to try is a lip primer from Tarte. This is supposed to be like a lip saver kind of treatment vibe. so let us apply some. Okay, so lipstick. What color? Let us go for a nude from, this is a body. Let us apply some to this side first. Alrighty, so I don't see differences yet, but this is what my face looks like with half a face of primed products and half a face of normal. So I'm going to check in with you guys throughout the day to see how they wear, which side lasts the longest, which side starts to go a little bit dodge. So I will see you guys in a bit. Hey guys, it's just gone 5 o'clock and I had finished my makeup at 1 o'clock. So I've had this all on my face for about 4 hours now. I did eat and I did drink, but what's so funny is you can literally see, if I show you, this side is more off than this side, which tells me that the primer has some staying power. For eyeshadow, both look the same. It hasn't like changed or anything. The mascara is still good. Yeah, the mascara is still good, especially this side has still got its lovely length. With regard to the foundation, it's still oxidized on my skin. On my skin quite a bit, but it's looking good apart from just a little bit of oil, because I am a bit oily, but it's actually looking like pretty good. My pores are still looking all good. Yeah, there's like pretty much nothing to complain about except for the lipstick here. But I'm going to do another check-in later on, and then like before I take off my makeup, and then we'll have the final verdict. Alright guys, so it is now just shy of 7 o'clock and I'm about to take my makeup off now. I'm going to go have a nice bath and shave after 50 days of not shaving. But pretty much nothing has changed. The foundation is looking a bit cakey on my nose, chin area and upper lip. But other than that, the eyeshadow both look great, but I think I would definitely use the eyeshadow base again because it just was easier to build pigment. So instead of building pigment and adding layers and layers with your concealer, so I would like either not set the concealer and then use the powder and your eyeshadow straight on that, or the eyeshadow base, because I feel like it really makes it much quicker than having to build up on set bases. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not seeing a massive difference in the longevity of the foundation. They both look exactly the same on either side. It could just be the Kiki primer that's not agreeing with my skin. My lips kind of came up because I had a like big juicy oily burger. But yeah, I mean, it lasted a while, definitely. The lighting is a bit harsh, so you guys probably can't really tell, but yeah, from my side it's okay. But guys, just remember, these are the primers that I own and not necessarily all the primers. So would I use like mouth primer and like face primer again? I don't know. I think I'd have to try out like other brands to see, but this is just of what I own. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.